Today we will start our biology class for 9C. New topic fertilization. Now fertilization means fusion of male and female gametes and zygote formation, and this is called fertilization. This is the definition. Okay. But first of all I want to explain all these things. Okay. Now first see male gamete and this is the female gamete. Okay. Now male gamete, in this pollen structure or the structure of male gamete is like this. First consists of this cell consists of a two wall. First is outer and inner wall. Outer is exine and inner is called intine. Outer is decorative and rough, whereas intine is thin wall, elastic and consists of cellulose. Now see, after this division, what happened? The single nucleus divide into two nucleus. First is tube nucleus or vegetative nucleus and second is called generative nucleus. Now in third case, this generative nucleus further divided into two male nuclei. So the structure of pollen grain is like this: exine, intine, and this when comes out from this exine, this spore is called germ pore and this tube is called pollen tube, and the two nuclei, one is called vegetative nucleus or a tube nucleus, and the generative nucleus which divided into two nucleus is called male nuclei, and this is a 2. Okay, and this two male nuclei, when one male nuclei fuse with the secondary nucleus, and the secondary nucleus are 2. So 2 nucleus, secondary 2 nucleus and one male nucleus, this form triple fusion. Whereas, see this, egg cell is present and two synergids are present. Later on I will show you. Okay, in egg cell and male nuclei, they form a zygote and this is called fertilization. So by this two male nuclei, two fertilization take place. That's why it is called double fertilization. Okay. Now see, this is the male gamete and this is the female gamete. You know the male gamete. Now see the female gamete, structure of ovule. In this structure, see the center portion is called nucellus. Nucellus, not a nucleus, nucellus. And this nucellus, first is, this is antipodal cell which is 3 number. See, 1, 2, 3. This is antipodal cells and opposite side 3 cells called, 2 is called synergids and center one is called egg cell. Okay, and this center portion having two secondary nuclei. This is the female gamete. This is called nucellus. Upper is called antipodal cell. Lower one is called synergids and egg. And center one is called secondary nuclei. One male gamete, one male nuclei fuse with this two secondary nuclei, and this is called triple fusion. And when male nuclei fuse with the egg cell, then it is called zygote formation. Okay, or a syngamy take place. So triple fusion and syngamy. Okay, this two is together represent the double fertilization. Once it takes place between secondary nucleus and male nucleus, again between male nucleus and female, this is the case I am describing like this only. Okay, see, triple fusion is called when secondary nucleus and main nucleus fuse, then is called endosperm form, and when male nucleus with egg, then it's called zygote form. So center one place is endosperm formation and here zygote formation take place. So by fusion, two male gametes fused, so two fertilization take place, and that's why it is called as double fertilization. Okay. Now how formation take place of fruits and seeds after fertilization. Okay. When pollen tube enters here, okay, and fuse with two male fuses with two egg cell and the secondary nucleus, then ovary become mature and fertilized, and all the corolla, stem and stigma style dry after fertilization and fall off. So the ovary enlarges, okay, and ovary enlarges and become fruit, and ovule inside this change into seeds. Now the wall of the ovary, this is called integument. The nucellus is covered by two walls, and this two walls is called integument. And this area is called chalza, and where the place where pollen tube enters, this is called micropyle. So chalza and micropyle always opposite to each other, and this covered by the integument, this nucellus. Okay, this is the structure of female part or the ovule. So ovule after fertilization, ovule form the seed, and ovary wall form the fruit wall. Now, and all this whorls dry up and fall off, but in some cases calyx remain there in the attached with the fruit. Example, tomato, brinjal, these are the examples where calyx remain attached with the fruit. These are the two structures or the two gametes, male gametes and female gametes. Okay. After fertilization, ovary forms the fruit and ovule form the seed. See, when fruit formed by fertilization, it is called true fruits, and if fruit formation without fertilization, it is called parthenocarpy fruit. True fruit, usually fruits are true, and true fruits develop only from the ovary, example mango, and fruit which develop from other part in addition to the ovary, it is called false fruit, example apple. Apple that we eat is formed from the receptacle or the thalamus part of the flower, and the central part, and usually not eaten, is formed from the ovary. This is an example of false fruit in apple. Now see the structure of typical fruit. Fruit consists of outer wall is called epicarp, and innermost is called endocarp, and middle area is called mesocarp, and the center portion is called seed. Now next, types of fruits. Fruits are of three types: simple fruits, aggregate fruit, and composite or a multiple fruit. First, simple fruit. If fruit develop from single ovary containing one carpel or many fused carpel, this is called simple fruit. These are the examples. And now aggregate fruit, when fruits are developed from many free carpels. See, in this case one carpel or fused carpel. In this case many free carpels are in a group form. Then it's called aggregate fruit. Example, strawberry, raspberry, custard apple, etc. Now composite fruit or multiple fruits, fruits which develop from cluster of flower. Okay, not from a single flower. Cluster of flowers when developed into a fruit, then it is called composite fruits. Example, pineapple, jackfruit, mulberry, etc. are the common examples. Now, importance of seed formation. Seed help in dispersal of fruit variety carried by wind, water, etc. and by animals also, by birds, etc. Now, help in dispersal, act as a reserve food. See an example, this reserve food is in the form of endosperm or cotyledon. Example, gram, pea. These are the cotyledons which help as a nutritive value for the human for the animals. Okay. Now perennation, this is also important for the perennation because the thick seed coat which is dominant in which form a dominant embryo and easily avoid the unfavorable period because of thick seed coat. Okay. Now variation, at the time of formation of or fertilization, seeds usually involve fusion of gametes from two different plants. And because of this fusion of gametes from two different plants, intermixing of genetic characters. And because of this intermixing, this gave rise to variation or variety of fruits and variety of seeds, which help in variation of fruit and help in horticulture, agriculture, etc. Now, help in agriculture, seeds are stored by farmer for growing new crops in a future. And this also involved definite method. Evolution of seed allowed plants to reproduce independently of water or wind. Therefore, seed formation is a more dependable method of reproduction. These are the importance of seed formation, and is helpful also show the significance of fruit formation. Seed formation or the significance of the fruit formation, this help in dispersal of the variety of the fruits and protection. Fruit enclose the developed seed from outside. See, this is the importance of seed and this is the significance of fruits. Fruits also help in dispersal because after eating the fleshy fruit part of the fruit, most of the animal leaves the seeds as a faces. An example, first protection. Fruit also help in cover the seeds and thus protect the seed from adverse climatic condition or the mechanical injuries or by the insects. Now, nutritional value. Some fruits provide nutrition to germinative seed containing seeds, and this may provide nutrition to the developing seedling in the early stage. Nutrition to human also. Fruits are good source of protein, oil with the vitamins, minerals, and many fruits have a medicinal property also. These are the significance of fruit formation and importance of seed formation.